Hello, best engineers in the world. Would you like to be paid less and also work more than any other person in your field at your skill level? No. The left is so stinky and lazy. Elon Musk pulled Twitter from EU's anti-dis. Yeah, I did see this. Like, it was voluntary, but he thinks that disinformation is really good for a platform's growth and well-being into the future. So he pulled Twitter from the EU's like a voluntary, hey, we want to combat disinformation on our platform committee. Continues to troll with alt-right memes and dog whistles. It could be a sign that he'll close the site to Europe completely. Dude, if like Eurocucks get like kicked off of Twitter, that would be so funny. Because I know for a fact only like there's only like two more like months until Twitter just completely falls apart. Yeah, at that point it's over. But it'll be so funny. At that point, I'll probably spend like 2 or 3 days collecting all of my my follows and then finding them on other platforms and stuff like that to continue keeping touch with some of them, or being able to follow some of them. Because then at that point I would know it's over. It would really suck. It really sucks. I really hope that he doesn't just destroy Twitter and then it just disappears. I really hope that what happens is that he's like, Twitter is so over, it's not going to be able to continue anymore. I'm going to be selling it. And so he just sells it to somebody who can then turn it into a decent company again. Because then because I don't know what other place is so good for letting me be able to keep up with the happenings of like small game devs. Because my big thing is I love keeping up with small artists and I love keeping up with small game devs, and I'm not keeping up with artists on DeviantArt, and ArtStation is more for like professional artists, honestly. And a lot of them don't have like a YouTube or something. And a lot of people, and Tumblr is honestly probably going to disappear at some point in time in the future. It probably doesn't have that many years left in it either. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves. Pinterest rising? I'm gonna freaking sewer slide, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe it's time for YouTube to come out with a text-based feature. Can you imagine if YouTube released like a Twitter clone and it's directly connected to YouTube? That actually would be kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It actually would be kind of nutty if YouTube did a good job. The only problem is like YouTube has negative riz. YouTube is just so corporate that like they don't come up with good names or good like branding for anything. Google-based Twitter, they could do it. Yeah, if they actually wanted to make it like have a personality, which it seems like nobody at Google has. It's so funny because they're like seen as like, oh, the Google a job interview. They ask you if you're at a cookout and you're asked for hot dogs. How many hot dogs do you eat at the cookout? Just one? Or do you get more than one? Or do you get 2 hot dogs and a hamburger? And based on how you answer, we're gonna hire you. And the answer is 2 hot dogs, but you only eat half of them and then you get a burger. But then you don't eat the other half of the hot dog because a fly landed on it and you just saw it like land on the family dog's poop. And so you throw it away. That's the real answer. But then while you're throwing it away, your best friend, who you only would get because you're a cool guy, would be like, hey, it's actually fine. Just rip off that piece of the hot dog that the fly landed on, and then you can continue eating it. And you go, actually, you're right. And then you eat the rest of the hot dog after pulling off the piece of the bun that the fly landed on. And that's how you know. Then that's when you know when you're hired. But then like Google actually, when making products, has negative riz. Like, when was the last Google product that actually like popped off? You know what I mean? Even know? I mean, YouTube Music is okay. I use YouTube Music, I genuinely do. But like, outside of that, like, I don't know. Every single time Google tries to make something that, has you know, any riz to it at all, it's like try to make a system or a new platform or something. It's always so like corporate and clinical and clean and gross. Honestly, it has the personality of a the Home Depot 48-inch fluorescent bulb. Like the Home Depot 48-inch fluorescent tube bulb. You know, it's just like, it's not It has that low buzz to it. It's just, you couldn't put any like cool paint on it, like paint some like flames on the side or anything. It's just, it has the riz of a Toyota Corolla. It doesn't have any personality. There's no human behind it. It's all just corporate, you know? Maybe YouTube could buy, listen, maybe YouTube could buy Twitter or something. I'm perfectly happy with, it'd be good for companies to all be separate and everything, but if they're not going to be, I'd much rather have like Google own Twitter and then turn it into like YouTube Lite and then give it like a huge YouTube connection or something, and then I feel like that'd be cool. But yeah, that app does not have much longer under Elon. Isn't it quite wild? Don't you think it's pretty wild? He's been able to almost completely obliterate Twitter in less than a year. And honestly, less than half a year, he has obliterated Twitter. Its advertisers, gone, never to return. Many of its power users, gone, never to return. It's just like a far-right hell site now. With like right-wingers they're running rampant and doing like harassment, like targeted harassment campaigns on like minorities. And yeah, it's just like targeted harassment campaigns on minorities and just like conspiracy theories and by the guy in charge. And it's just, honest, it's so over. It's actually never been more over than it is right now. Oh yeah, and gore videos. It's just turned into, yeah, advertisers gone, power users gone, lots of normal people gone. It's just like targeted attacks on minorities and like watching people die. It's so weird. I see a lot of people being like, oh, I just see people dying on my timeline now. Thankfully, I've been spared from that a lot. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people say stuff like that. On a scale of 1 to over, it seems quite over, everyone. So if you were thinking about getting into the site, don't. It's not going to be around for much longer, as long as Elon's at the helm. I'm still thinking back to the DeSantis debacle, and it's just so incredible how apparently they were planning that for months on end. Months. They were planning that for months, and it was that bad. Actually, a year. You're right. Actually, my bad. I'm sorry. A year. They're planning it for a year. A year. A year. And he still couldn't fix. He still couldn't fix the site. Did you see that did you all see that that interview he had where the interviewer asked him if he made mistakes when running Twitter? He's like, yeah, sometimes you make mistakes while you're trying to fix things. You know, it's you know, there have been hiccups. He was like, there have been hiccups, huh? What about all those people that you fired? Do you think that you need to hire more people now? Is Twitter in the space where you need to hire people? He was like, yeah, I think we possibly, you know, let go of more people than we needed to, and I'd love to have the people that we fired back if they're not too mad at us. Bro, I don't think they're coming back. And I don't necessarily think that it's just because they're not that they're mad at him. Like, he's turned the working conditions of the company into complete trash. He's so stupid. He is quite stupid. I think it is remarkable how dumb he is, genuinely. Look how sad this is. It's genuinely remarkable.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. So
Hi, Shark, hi.
There's no question that some of the people who were let go probably shouldn't have been let go, because we simply did not have the time to figure out. We had to be, you know, make widespread cuts.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He, so why fire them? He was like, I just needed to be able to fire them within like a month. I need to be able to fire 70% of the entire workforce in a month. I needed to. I had no other choice. I needed to fire everyone within a month. And then just, you know, say, are you ready to be paid the same amount or less and work more hours and have a worse working condition? And if not, then you need to leave. And then he realized that some of the best engineers on the entire world in Silicon Valley are not going to take the same or less money for more work in a worse working environment under a worse boss who knows less about their their job than the guy before. And then he was genuinely shocked, and now he's in a position where he needs to ask these people to come back, and after he treated them so poorly. We covered how poorly he treated these guys, and now look at this.
To get the burn rate under control. So, you know, and so this is not to say that, hey, everyone who is let go from Twitter is like somehow terrible or something. It's just we have to, with very little information,
get more information then.
Get the headcount expenses and the non-personnel expenses down to where we're at least break even, and we're not quite at break even yet, but we're close. We need to do it fast. And if
hey, remember every time what has it been 6 months, and he talks about, he's like, we're gonna break even, we're gonna break even, we're gonna break even. Every single time he says we're going to break even, every single time he says this new thing that we're going to release is going to make us break even in between him doing interviews, he always says that we're like really close to breaking even. We're just like right there. And it's making me really believe that they're nowhere near breaking even, and the company is gonna go under his leadership, which is very funny. It's so funny because Twitter was profitable before the takeover. Twitter was making money. Not every year, but yeah, they had the opportunity to be profitable. Some years they made a very decent amount of money, and some years they didn't. But like, but every year they were getting closer and closer to being at even and like very consistently making money year on year. The year before Elon took over, he was making money. The year before Elon took over, Twitter made money. And the next year, it's completely, they've lost all of the people who actually give them money. It's just so remarkable how shitty he is at doing anything. He looks like a crayon. He looks like a Meat Canyon character. Yeah, but like actually, but he's already there. It's crazy, right? Him buying is what killed it, literally. It's so funny. And they even forced him to buy it too. He's so stupid. Dude, if I did that, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I cashed out on the, I was never an investor in Twitter, but if I was able to cash out from like the Twitter debacle, I would have laughed to the bank. With like Elon's money. That's just so funny. I would have, listen, if I had less morals and I wasn't like a political streamer that I am, I would have voted for Elon to buy the company, taken his money, said thanks for the cash, Elon, tweeted it at him. Enjoy this shit show, dumbass. I hope it hurts when you lose all your money. And then I would have like been fine getting permabanned from Twitter, and then I would have just moved on. Just keep it moving. Oh yeah, he made the offer as a joke. He didn't think they were actually going to take it. That's why he wanted to go to court against them, because he thought that he could win the court case, but then he quickly realized that he wasn't going to win the court case. And so that's why he bought it. Well, that's why he didn't go through with the court case to buy it, because they were going to force him to buy it, because he's his dumbass. I'm not sure if somebody like told him to sign away his ability to check Twitter or something, or back out of the deal, but he decided to sign away his like legal right to back out of the deal, and then after that he was like, I really want to back out of this deal, but obviously they wouldn't let him. Why did he think that? I think that he didn't think that they were going to take the offer seriously. I genuinely think that he thought that they were going to be like, look at Elon, such a cad. But then they saw that he signed away his right to check if the company was making money and check if this is a company that's actually, you know, worth putting money into. And they were like, oh shit, we don't have to clean up shit. He literally forced himself into buying it. And so they were like, oh, free. And so everybody went, free money? And they were like, wait, let me reread that. So they reread the entire contract again, and they said, holy shit, free money. And then they just took it. And he paid like over double, what is it, over quadruple what the company's worth? Isn't that right? What, actually almost quadruple what the company was worth, because I think Twitter was valued at 12 billion, and he paid 45 or 40 something billion. Crazy. Yeah, he's just gonna drop like Reddit. He's gonna like drip. He's like, you're gonna be walking around your town having a good time. The second that your fucking brain chip pings off of a like a reception tower, he's like, ooh, now there you are, and he like pops up on your screen like AR augmented reality style. Like, hello, my beautiful human Neuralink user. I'm happy to give you a little test run of the system. You ready? What do you mean you ready? Huh? And you just start to hear fucking like Bitcoin meme music playing and shit like that. You see like a Doge pop up on your screen. She's distorted and everything and has like Bitcoins raining behind her. It's terrible. He starts to dance like he did at the club. You know that thing? Like in front of you, and you're like, get off of my screen, Elon! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! And he's just like, why so mad? Why? He does it. He's like, why so serious? You're not gonna make me stop with speech like that. Try a little nicer, speech zero, ain't I right? And then people start laughing, and you're like, who's that? Who's laughing? And then it pops up on the screen. You're actually in a 600,000 person Twitter space that's at the moment crashing, but also using your mental capacity as like a surrogate server to help keep the thing running. And they're all watching you go about your day. They can read your mind. You walk by a really pretty girl. You're like, oh, Elon goes, oh, it looks like this guy really wants to fuck this girl. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Like, get out of my head, Elon! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Okay, you get 2 billion to have him put it in, and you gotta instantly pay like 300,000 to have a neurosurgeon take it out. Can you broadcast your thoughts to her? Wait, can somebody make it? Please, do I have any meme smiths in chat? Do I have any meme smiths in chat? Can somebody make that like ding, leave me alone, Akira meme? But it's him like with the brain, but with the Neuralink brain chip in. And he's like, leave me alone. And it's like it's Elon dancing with the AR with like Dogecoins coming down. He's like, you should, the Neuralink is really good for, Neuralink is going to change the world. Ding! Elon. Ah! I feel like that would go crazy, dude. I feel like that'd be so good. Leave me alone! Wait, if you haven't seen it, it's this. It's so good. Oh, it's one of my favorite memes right now.
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone! Ding! Oh, it's so good. Leave me alone! Ah! Shark, have you seen the Wheelie Elon memes? They're so heckin' good. I haven't seen any of them, partner. Yeah, if I have any meme smiths, please. I beg of you. Oh, you think this one would be good? Oh, this could work too. Something's wrong with my brain, and then he pulls back, and it's just like the face of Elon up here. Oh, change the thing he's on to a Neuralink chip, and it's and it's Elon's face. Get out of my head! And then it's just Elon talking about some random shit instead. He's like, leave me alone! I feel like that would go crazy. You're right, that would go nutty mode. That would go sicko nutty. Watch this episode today? Yo. This is unrelated, but Tears of the Kingdom. Should visit Rito next. I'll think about it. I was thinking about Garuto. I think I'm gonna go to whichever one that tickles my fancy. I didn't really want to go to the Garuto one, mostly because I didn't want to have to deal with the cold, and I'm pretty sure that's cold. Oh, anyways, I'll show you the Raiders, what we were looking at. I'm not sure if any of y'all have seen this. Oh, anyways, this is what we were watching.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. So there's no question that some of the people who were let go probably shouldn't have been let go because we simply did not have the time to figure out we had to be, make widespread cuts to get the run rate under control. So this is not to say that, hey, everyone who is let go from Twitter is like somehow terrible or something. It's just we have to, with
who is we
information.
That is pretty funny because he's like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. There is no we here. Also, you said give the puppo a treat. It seems like he heard that you wanted to give him a treat because he's here now. Well, come on, buddy, show yourself. Come on, show yourself. There he is. Nice to see you. Don't you sit around the corner like a weirdo. You want something, little buddy? They paid for it. Here you go. Oh, you dropped it. What a gentleman. Gentle pup. Reveal yourself. What were you watching? I just think this is mad pathetic.
Get the headcount expenses and the non-personnel expenses down to where we're at least break even, and we're not quite at break even yet, but we're close. We need to do it fast, and if you do it fast, unfortunately, there are going to be some babies thrown out with bathwaters. Like I said.
No, my babies, my babies. Anything but this. So this is him explaining that he when he bought Twitter, he thought it would be the best course of action to literally just like throw out literally everybody at the company and not think about who was getting thrown out until it became an issue. And I guess now it's an issue, so now he's worrying about it.
If desperate times call for desperate measures, and unfortunately those were desperate times.
So do you see starting to,
were he said were. Bro, your company ain't going nowhere, brother. He said were.
Will Linda hire people, do you think? Or are you ready for people to be hired at Twitter?
Yeah, no, I think we absolutely need to hire people, and if they're not too mad at us, probably rehire some of the people that we let go.
That ain't happening. I hate to break it to you, Chief. That ain't happening. They ain't coming back. Hello, guys. Would you be happy? Hello, best engineers in the world. Would you like to be paid less and also work more than any other person in your field at your skill level? No? The left is so stinky and lazy. This is mad embarrassing. A sound decision to rehire dude, I love like Twitter Blue subscribers. Because the joke makes sense every single time. You know, Elon slams dick in car door. Yow! Excellent gambit, good sir. Incredible move, Elon. Write that down. Write that down. I gotta write this in a get rich quick book. A sound decision to rehire terminated qualified employees, provided that they start fresh without harboring any resentment. It will save Twitter. Dude screwed up bad. You're still tweeting. He didn't completely destroy the ability to send tweets. So, are you really in a position to say that he's bad at running the company? He didn't chew on the tweet wire yet. He didn't eat the tweet wire yet. So, Silicon Valley tech talent doesn't take kindly to being treated like dirt. Yeah, I mean, listen, they can afford to not be treated like dirt because they have enough skills and they're in a place where they don't need to settle for a bad working environment typically. What I love how everybody in this comment section's like, ah yes, this is the business advice I would give to Elon. He's always stammering. I'll work for food. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.